How's it going, everybody? I don't know what the hell that was. Some of you were here already waiting for me. Mark was first. Schwartz was here, but Mark was the first like, which I appreciate, Mark. Yeah, give this live stream a like. We just started, literally, and I'm asking for likes. So that's how it's going. And we're going to ask, I haven't asked this in a couple weeks, where is everybody at? Oliver Tournament says hello. Hello, Andres Hernandez. Let me know where you're at and give the live stream a like, because we have a lot of things to talk about today. We have NXL Las Vegas recap. We have NXL highlights. We gathered some like worst plays or something like that. We're going to talk about the Summit Awards. Probably not all the winners of the Summit Awards, because there were like 70 winners, and to go over 70 is just ridiculous. Then we have the Hall of Icons, which was kind of also a part of that Summit Awards. We have Georgia and Oregon just basing around. Why? You're driving home on 99. Well, you know, don't watch this while you're driving, especially at this time of day. I love your videos. Thank you, Oliver. Tyler in Washington. Abram David in Virginia. Sheldon. Hello from Bernay. Well, you're in Bernay. So what should we talk about first? I guess we'll just talk about... I don't know. Let's just talk about the whole tournament. Let's switch over here. And... dude, I have so many, like, things set up that it's kind of like... oh, we're going to fix that. I thought I would have fixed that, but... I didn't. Fit the screen. I'm going to put my headphones on as well so I can hear a little bit of this commentary. Okay. So, yeah, some of you guys probably are aware that the the Las Vegas NXL tournament took place this past weekend. The first tournament of the year, and it looked like a really good event. I mean, the weather was pretty much perfect. I know that some of the people were complaining about the ground because it wasn't, you know, perfect grass, kind of like we're used to seeing. Well, not perfect like we're used to, but it was a little bit dirty, made a little bit dusty. But the weather held out, and it was like what looked like a fantastic tournament. Right here, we're watching the finals, so I kind of cut up some maybe not highlights, but kind of cut the finals down to about 12 minutes. What we're watching here is the I keep saying Los Angeles, what is with that? The New Orleans Hurricanes, or New Orleans Hurricanes versus Whale Vagina San Diego, or something like that, San Diego Dynasty. And the thing that I kind of really... we'll just talk about the finals, and then I'll talk about some other stuff that happened through the tournament. And obviously, we have the Hurricanes here in the finals, which the Hurricanes... Jesus, this is their second year pro? Jesus Christ. They're a newer pro team, certainly much newer than Dynasty. And they went up 3-0 on Dynasty extremely quick. The Hurricanes, what I noticed, at least in the finals and maybe a little bit through the prelims, it's just how good the Hurricanes seem to be at shooting off the break. They'd shoot multiple guys from Dynasty off the break. That's really how they got that 3-0 lead. And then they can just hold it down, and they have that two-body advantage, and they're able to shoot a couple of those Dynasty guys. But as we watched, you know, Dynasty actually ended up making a comeback. They scored this point really quick, and then the Hurricanes won the next one, and then they ended up going... wow. Ended up going into overtime, I think, with the score tied 4-4. Yep, tied 4-4. The Hurricanes just played really well, but on the backs, really, of, I'm going to say, Ryan Greenspan. Ryan Greenspan and new pickup Danny Schoenhauer really played extremely well in those, you know, final 4 or 5 points that they had to win that tournament. So, big props to Hurricanes. Seeing the Hurricanes do so well it was really cool. They had Nick Ripple out there. Jacob Seawright was doing well. Daniel Camp, we'll touch on a little bit later because we have some actual highlights of him from just playing so freaking well at the tournament. This is like 10 minutes long, so maybe we'll like pop forward around a little bit. So this is definitely the finals right here. I'll turn it up a little bit.
You don't want to play a long, slow, methodical point against Dynasty.
Finals, obviously. It's overtime is what I meant to say.
Greenspan, one of the masters out here of this craft, have a lot of time to figure it out.
Standing on this
give him
mat,
a couple minutes to start putting all the variables together and play chess,
he's going to get you.
Yeah, more likely than not.
Yeah, there's just zero pressure. And now if that snake guy does go, with Rigel dying out of the back center, then it's going to be 3 dudes lined up in a row.
Well, looks like Alex Frazier's
I think Nick Rigel. I think Rigel, Nick as
trying
well.
to cut through that middle.
Right?
Ryan's thinking about it. Bell is posted up down the sideline and waiting for that move. And he's going to come through. He's going to trade out. So Ryan trades. So that's a 2-pack for Ryan. Another kill comes off of that as Archie gets the kill.
Archie
and
shoots
he's going
that
to get the
Dorito
shot in
guy.
on camp. And that
Shoots that
should
snake
do it.
guy.
There's still one body left alive, but it's here right in the back corner bunker. He's hurt too as he's going to limp off. And
there it is.
Dynasty victorious.
That's right. See, right. I forgot he hurt
Another
himself. I think they said he hurt his
for them. They had a couple on day 1. They
shoulder
looked great on day 2.
or something like
So
that in the
Senego
finals.
Dynasty got through X Factor in a close
I'm
one-point
assuming
match.
diving
They
into
beat
that
Legion.
corner.
And then Hurricanes, the underdogs.
Yep, so we see Dynasty win again. I mean, Dynasty winning in really dominant fashion. Maybe not dominant fashion. They obviously went down a few points, but kind of what I mean by dominant, it's just kind of dominant in the last few years. Coming back to the Dynasty we used to know. And teams that didn't do well, you know, we talked a lot about Damage in these last 2 years or something, and Damage actually did pretty poor. They ended up in 13th place, going 1-3. They actually lost to the Hurricanes here. They lost to Notorious. They lost to the Ironmen. Or no, they beat the Ironmen. They lost to Infamous. We'll pull that back a little bit. We'll watch, I guess, some of this, and I'll talk over this. Yeah, it's just really cool. I really like to see the Hurricanes do well. We also saw some other teams that did really well. We saw Aftermath take a 4th place. They actually ended up beating Houston Heat in the quarterfinals with some fantastic play from Grayson Gladstone. We have Mazurek, Ramirez back there playing in the back center, and then Daniel Jordan. All 4 of those guys, to me at least, kind of stood out. And then there were also some teams that we were really looking forward to watching. You know, like we had Blast Camp, brand new pro team. They ended up getting 17th place. 17th, but they had a lot of close matches, I feel like. They had a very close match between Russian Legion and then ended up being 5-4 Russians. We saw Aftershock. They ended up in 15th place. I don't know. They didn't look too great. Aftershock should be doing better than that. They also went 1-3 in the prelims. Then we had the Ironmen in 14th place. I don't know. They also didn't look good. Also went 1-3. Beating only Notorious. This is when Ryan was just going off, killing people. It's crazy. And then Red Legion. Red Legion's kind of back. I think this is the best tournament I've seen them play in a very long time. They looked very strong. Essentially with the same exact roster, just adding Justin Rabakov. We had Bridnikov played extremely well like he always does. Karzalev's amazing. Sergey played really well. And then Kirill was killing it up the center. And then we have a super chat from someone who's freaking awesome. Nate Hanneman. Nate is awesome. I hope you're well, my friend. Made a live stream. Remember, everyone, like the video. I'm with Nate. Just give the thing a like. Nope, that's the wrong button. I don't know. I think that's about all. Those are all my notes from NXL Vegas, really, at least about the tournament stuff. We had NYX. They got 18th, which is kind of surprising. New York Extreme's been really good in these last year. They ended up in 5th or 4th place overall. So seeing them get 18th is really kind of crazy. And I think the one thing that some teams just didn't do well on this layout. And it was very confusing and hard to do, and we definitely noticed the teams that were playing faster or, you know, being a little bit more aggressive, whether it was up through the center or on either of the snakes, certainly saw them winning more matches than the teams that kind of held back. Yep. I really liked how they had all the microphones on the field. This video is starting over again. I really liked how they had the microphones on the field. That was really cool. It was really neat to be able to hear players communicating. There were guys arguing calls and stuff, which was really cool. And it just made it a little bit more immersive. It kind of reminds me of the NBA. The NBA has like their speakers on the backboard and on the net. They actually have speakers on the court that are like tuned to pick up only shoe squeaks and stuff, so they can add in the additional audio to make it sound a little cool. So I really, really liked having the microphones on the field. But I don't know, man. I think this layout was very, very difficult to watch. One of the things that we definitely rely on in paintball is having very good commentary. And the NXL and Go Sports, I think, do a fantastic job at commentary. I don't have any problem with it. It's just hard to commentate on this field, right? Because you don't really know how to talk about it. So they ended up calling it the bottom and the top snake. So like Ryan Greenspan right here is in the bottom snake, and they'd call it the top snake. But it was still so confusing because it's like, oh, they got the snake and they have the snake. And it was just kind of difficult to follow along with. I'm a fan, I think, of like half of the layout, right? I just don't like this asymmetrical stuff. I really prefer it being mirrored. Just because I think it's so much easier to watch. You know, we really don't have the correct terminology for layouts like this. You know, for the entire time span of paintball, we've been playing mirrored layouts, not this asymmetrical stuff. So we just don't have any way to like communicate the whole thing. Yeah. So did anyone go to Vegas? Did anyone go to Vegas? And what'd you think about the tournament? I mean, you guys might be talking about it some in here. What's the deal with paint drama? I don't know. Definitely saw a lot of guys with hopper problems and just like loader problems and all kinds of stuff. We'll actually talk about those in a little bit. We have like the worst plays coming up, so we'll see. Nate, did BFP Gear / SEC Paintball win an award? Yes, they did. SEC Paintball, well, we should say like Extreme Paintball / SEC Paintball / BFP Gear.com won the best West Coast store for Extreme Paintball. Yep. Some brain says, Go Sports blows. Paintball needs a corrective event. I don't know what that means. Why is Go Sports bad? Mario! Paint was trash unless you had a pick of pallets, which is typical of the pro guys. They'll go over there and like be like, we're taking that, we're putting that skid back way back in the trailer and save that one for us. I kind of was looking at like sponsors and stuff and trying to figure out, like I was watching to see how that HK paint was going. And the HK stuff, David right there said, yeah, HK was fine. I think that I noticed that more of the GI sports teams might have been having problems with paint, but I don't know. We paid our own way, so having a pop-up promo for $20 was great. Yeah, $20 is awesome for paint. I mean, you really can't get much better than that. That's like going back to like the same prices we had in like 2003 or something like that, without inflation. So it'd be like $14 or $12 a case or something like that. Yeah, Swartz says saw more spires go down than anything. I know. Which I don't understand. You know, I really don't. I don't get it. I'm like, what is actually happening? You know, like those hoppers kind of can't jam. So unless you have like really, really bad paint that's stuck together or weird shaped, I don't even know how they're having problems with those. My assumption was just guys were breaking paint in their loaders and then having problems or something like that. So. Yep. So let's do another one. We have NXL Las Vegas. I'm going to tell people to like the live stream again. If you're in here chatting, you better have liked it. Or I'm going to come through this camera and do something. Did you see, Jose, why not? Did I see the Ctrl 2? I have not seen it in person yet. but I do know some information. I wrote down all the stuff that I know. So apparently it's going to have a whole new drive system. So there's going to be a whole new like cone or something inside the Control 2. I always thought the Control was a little weird because it was kind of just a spire in a different shell, which is odd. It's supposed to hold over 220 paintballs, is what I was told. The tray is no longer going to be held in by magnets, which, I don't know. I've used the Control and I never really had problems with the magnets. There's not a button on the bottom anymore, so they actually put it on the back of the loader, which I much prefer. They got rid of the like shot level indicator. They are using infrared eyes now, so it's going to have eyes instead of the accelerometer that Bunker King and Virtue Hoppers are kind of known for. And then we should see it in about 3 weeks or a month. I might have one a little bit sooner, but probably not much. And they're going to be $225, but I have not seen one yet. So I don't know. I mean, some of you guys were at the tournament. Maybe you actually got to like hold one or see one in person, but who knows? Mario says temperature change was a big factor. You bet it probably was, huh? Out there in the desert, as soon as it gets to like near sunset, it starts to get really cold. So there's definitely a Control 2. I don't know when though. Sheldon! With that 99-cent super sticker. What is that? A unicorn. That's funny. Unicorns are cool. Maybe I should get, look, kind of looks like a unicorn lives here, doesn't it? Everything's purple and blue and pink. What's your favorite color? Yellow. So let's just do highlights. Let's go over to my highlights thing. And I watched a lot of games, we'll say, but not all of the games. So I didn't really watch, I wasn't really able to watch Sunday as much. And these are highlights from like mainly the games that I watched. So let's go here. Let's get rid of that. Let's open that. And the first highlight is going to be Grayson Gladstone of San Diego Aftermath winning a
pretty solid control right now.
3-on-1. You know, I think Grayson Gladstone, it feels like he had a very big turnout, or a very big, like, a standout tournament, we'll say.
To himself. There's no one in front of him, and this is how
this actually won the most creative move of the tournament as well.
I think he just shot the guy out of the snake. I think it's a one-on-one.
Yeah, he shot that guy way across.
Side completely to himself. There's no one in front of him.
I don't get it, right? Because he shoots this guy coming over the top. You can see that snake guy like right underneath that Aftermath logo in the score bar at the top.
He has this.
I don't even know. He just like wings one over there or something and shoots that guy.
This is how this field plays. It starts out heads up and then it twists sideways often.
I think he just shot the guy out of the snake. I think it's a one-on-one.
Grayson with a little two-pack. He's trying to put himself as a name on the board here for the $500, courtesy of Pate Smith Law. If he can pull this one off, it's definitely going on the list. Grayson Gladstone in a really good spot. It forces a tactical retreat here. Is it a one-on-one?
I think it is.
Yeah, so he shoots the two. So it's a 3-on-1.
I'm in the way.
If Grayson pulls this off, it'd be pretty awesome for Aftermath's chances. That you just anytime a guy has a personal heroic
3-on-1s are crazy. Like
there,
I don't even know if I've ever won a 3-on-1. I've not. I don't.
Right.
Maybe
once. Go out
once.
there and win a 1-on-3. We still have to win this 1-on-1 here. It's not over yet.
Is that Thomas?
I love that drone shot, but it's not the greatest for a 1-on-1.
Oh, and he cyclops Thomas Taylor. So Grayson Gladstone pulling off.
Yeah, that one was okay. That one wasn't as great. So this is Paintball Fit versus Uprising on Saturday. This is Chavez. They're a really good snake player from Paintball Fit. He just like smokes everybody up right here. Claps up back center. Or that, not back center. Dorito guy.
No idea. Chavez is eating people up right now. This might be going on the list.
Shoots somebody over there.
As he's
I think so, anyway.
get the third kill across field, little two-pack to close.
Fantastic
Chavez,
work.
beautiful
Paintball
job.
Fit looks
Chavez
really
is a
good.
threat, man. He's
I assume that they will do much better in Duff Future.
They do not know the
Aftershock and Impact, some fantastic snake flay from Mike Zupa.
He's not touching the bunker. He's gonna have a free kill inside.
Look at my head. Look
Yeah,
at my
Does
head.
this like not have audio? I don't know what the hell's going on. This one doesn't have
Zupa is in
audio.
this spot.
Or it does. I'm just blasting everybody's ears off. Oh god.
I'm pretty sure I saw someone break
Yeah.
off his back. Referee in there checking him.
He's Jediing in the look at my head. Look
Yeah,
at my
did it-
head.
He did
Bam,
do it.
now he's gone.
Someone's gonna give him another one too. It
As
was
he should.
Corey Hall. Zupa
Smoked.
two.
Smoked.
That's 3.
Free
And that's
back
a
for
penalty.
Mike
That's a
Zupa.
penalty.
And a penalty.
Bang.
So that body's gonna come off. Mike Zupa just eating people.
Really a
up
4-pack.
over
I mean, you could
bottom
maybe
side
say he
snake
shot even
with
5 guys if we're going to count the penalties. I mean, that's just crazy.
And the Brooklyn Bears, another good game.
Aftermath
A little bit of catastrophe for the
versus the Brooklyn Bears.
on the break
This
with
is just crazy.
26 seconds left to go.
This breakout's
train
just
wreck.
wild. So they're tied up, and there's barely any
Yeah, a
time
little bit of
left. So they just both all kind of go crazy, and it's just
Catastrophe
wild.
for the Bears as they look like they collided on the break with just 26
We didn't
seconds
see
left
that.
to go.
Look at
it's
all
a
the
train
guys
wreck
walking off. There's just everyone. Look at all the guys on the left side. Then the
Penalty on
Bears are going to
Bears
get
left
a
with
penalty.
One player with 21 seconds left. And here comes Aftermath streaking up the topside snake.
It looked like a bomb blew off on Aftermath's side.
This
but
guy can maybe
after-
hold off 15-14.
I don't know.
Oh
he
my
runs
gosh,
out.
he made it out
He
there.
Made it out clean, but here comes Castro.
That's crazy.
On the attempt, he's
And
going to
he's gonna
have.
get it.
He's going to get it in time.
Bang!
Dives in to hit that
Aftermath for the
buzzer
win.
to steal the
With
win with just
5
6
seconds- 6 seconds
falls to the
left.
ground. Referee.
That's pretty good. That'll be that's when you're kind of happy that you went out there and did a bunch of like cardio and stuff. Dynasty Blast Camp.
Who's still alive.
And this is Archie Montemayor right there in the snake. My head is blocking it, but Archie right there in the snake with a very, very good run
Position
through.
here. He's going to get help though, as Archie Montemayor is going to launch into attack, runs the highway, gets the drop in on Eckhart, and a little 2-pack to close. Maybe one more body to shoot. There is, and a little beautiful
Shot Ryan.
3-pack.
He shot Ryan.
That was a kill.
Well, but he got that third kill too. Maybe
Just really good. Like the perfect highway run.
Schonauer, who's still alive at that top side wedge.
Archie.
Crucial position here. He's going to get help though, as Archie Montemayor is going to launch into attack, runs the highway, gets the drop in on Eckhart, and a little 2-pack to close.
Bam!
Maybe one more body to shoot.
Archie
There is,
playing
and a little
super good. I mean,
shot
Archie's
Ryan.
obviously
He
super
shot
good. He
Ryan.
played extremely well.
Well, he got
Really
that
the
third
entire
kill, too. Maybe
tournament. So
side
AC Dallas Red Legion.
So they have to win it from this
And
bottom
this is, I just really liked this. There's two good things that happen here. You can see BJ Henningberg for AC Diesel right there in the snake. Then I'm not sure who's in the mini wall right there. Then you have Sergey over there in the center southwest electronics bunker.
So they have to win it from this bottom side.
That's just a really good shot
win the
right
snake.
there. He's able to
If he
get
gets
that
his
shot on
Rapska's
that
first
wall
kill,
guy.
That forces the move.
And then Sergey realizes that he knows that he shot him. He knows exactly where he got shot, so he fills over to the wall.
Over from Sergey.
And then he just comes out and he's waiting for him to wrap because I assume, Sergey assumes he's going to get there. So he knows that they blew that whole side. So BJ should stand up a little taller and wrap.
Barzlev begging for.
Then he's just
a
ready
shot,
for
penalty
it.
Or something. And
Sergey made a great fill and then caught.
I just really
BJ
like
not
that.
going
That
to
shows
bunker
like,
shot again.
yeah.
not like a, super skill, but like a very smart play. Another Red Legion, Impact and Red Legion match. And this is Kirill up there in that center 50 brick. Just wrecking
All
shop,
the way
really.
onto Impact side, trying to cut that lane down.
And it gets
protect
Dalton out of the
snake.
corner.
Yeah, he shoots Dalton. He's going to wrap around and it's going to have a little bit
And
more
gets
freedom.
another.
Yeah, 2-pack here for Kirill.
I
That's
remember
gonna
watching this and
give
I was
them the
like, oh, he's
advantage
going
now.
to shoot this
Looking like
guy.
Red Legion might be going forward. Impact's going to have to pull this out. Good move
Shoots
out
that
there.
guy.
God.
Oh, and then Kirill with the 3-pack.
just
That's definitely
crushes
going on the
that whole
move
side of the
tournament or on
field.
Sunday's list, courtesy of Pate Smith Law.
And then that's Zane
And J-Rab's trying to help
in
out.
back center. Or Zach.
Kirill, who's just killing
Zach,
everyone.
Zach
That's a
Yakmek.
4-pack.
And I don't know
So
who shot him.
J-Rab
It
got
might have
that
been a
last, the
Dorito
5th
guy.
kill, but that is a 4-pack for Kirill Perini.
I guess they say
That's a
Kirill
move
did
of
it.
the so far, right?
Oh, that's going on the list. That's the best one we've seen.
Fantastic.
Top of the list.
I mean, Kirill's one of those OG Russian guys, so it's kind of neat to see him still around. And here's from the same match, and this is kind of we were talking about hoppers going down, And this is probably the worst time to have your hopper go down. We have Bridnikov in this corner right here. I think it's like a 2-on-4 or a 2-on-3. And then you have J-Rab right in front of him.
36 seconds left. Now, Zupa now Passivity runs into a gun as a couple, 3 bodies now dropping for Legion. Just
That was a weird little cut right there.
preserve this lead with 36 seconds left.
Malloy and
Now, Zupa now Passivity runs into a gun as a couple,
What happened
3 bodies
there?
now dropping for Legion. Just
That was
2
my
here
fault.
on the bottom side and in the back spots. Trying to preserve this lead
There
with
we
36
go.
seconds left.
Malloy and
So look at him banging on his hopper.
3 bodies for impact, pushing on that top side.
He is
in the
using an
middle.
R2.
Definitely enough time for impact to clean this up.
J-Rab
They
shoots
can
a
work
guy
on
over
these bodies
there.
real quick.
I
Uh-oh.
think, yeah.
1-2.
Malloy has his load.
Look at him, he's just in this
That is
corner,
not
just
good.
like
It's just gonna be J-Rab.
wigging
His
out. Like,
gun's
I'd be
not
going
up. Malloy's gotta
crazy.
get this gun up here. 14 seconds left.
I think it's
Close that load
working,
on.
right? He's like,
Safety.
it's
Not
got to
getting
turn my
balls out of the
hopper
gun right
on.
now. J-Rab's gonna get
And
a
then,
shot.
like, he gets it up right in time, right? And he's able to trade out
Gun
with,
up to trade.
I don't know,
and
who's that,
it's gonna be
Reeser?
No point,
that,
and as
Brandon
time
going
expires,
now?
Legion is going to be knocking out
So it's kind of crazy that they were able to, he was able to hold him off just enough, right? Because if Malloy's gun was completely broken, I don't know, right? So say like he shoots him right there. I don't know if he has enough time to even go over there and hit the
Finally got his
buzzer.
gun up to trade, and
Oh,
that's going to
smart
be
play.
But I really liked that. Then we have the next one, Dynasty X Factor. And just a crazy buzzer run. This is another down to the wire win here for Dynasty.
Greenspan, body coming off for X Factor though. Danny Schonauer still alive. Here comes Ryan Greenspan.
He's
going to
coming
try
in.
to save, win this one, and he is with just
Bingo.
3 seconds left. And San Diego Dynasty going to knock out X Factor in a close match.
You know, you got to think that, like, you know, one more ball in the
Ryan
right place,
Greenspan.
or one more correct snapshot, or
The
you
guns
shoot
that
one more
shifted
guy
towards
off the
that
break.
top side.
And that's the difference between a lot of these matches. You know, look at this. It's 2-2. With just mere seconds left, we're able to tie the thing up. We kind of already saw that this was in the finals. We just Greenspan did this move kind of 2 times, maybe 3 times in the finals, go into this wedge and just absolutely crushing people. I really liked this shot on the Dorito guy.
Most crucial moment they've had.
I'm not sure who that is in that close Dorito, but he gets all antsy and starts to try to wrap in the center.
And good position for Dynasty on that top side with nobody on the top side with them.
There's kind of 2 things that end up happening right here.
Yep.
There's Frazier right there in the snake, and then he hops over the snake.
Yeah,
On that corner.
See, listen, you can hear all the audio, so you like listen to the audio from the players.
Greenspan's so good at getting those crucial kills.
Dynasty hunting, minute and 26. They need 2 just to tie.
I thought that was funny. He's like, I'm undetected.
Crucial kills.
I'm
Dynasty
undetected.
hunting, minute and 26. They need 2 just to tie. There's not a chance that these guys aren't going to send it.
No,
So
but they've got to execute.
See, what's probably happens there, too, is you can see Frazier barely behind that brick up there, that mini brick, and then this Dorito guy's trying to wrap, and then Greenspan, Ryan might actually know that that guy's wrapping on
Yeah, Marcelo's
Alex, or it's possible
gets
that they
50
tell him, like Alex yells over and says to Ryan
gets
that
caught
he's
by Bell's.
wrapping,
Bell wraps around, but Bell's breaking paint.
and then he just comes
And
out
Bell
and
gets
smokes
diced
him.
up by Greenspan. Greenspan is clocking in right now, and
That's that
Greenspan's going
guy.
to get a third 3-pack here for Ryan Greenspan.
That was a really another good like teamwork,
gonna,
and it shows how like how your team can help you out. This is the last highlight I have. This is Infamous Hurricanes, and this one's kind of crazy. So we'll also touch on this again in the actual worst highlights section or worst plays or whatever. I got a few of those. We'll talk about it later. And this is Joe Barrett. Playing a one-on-one, golly, against, I believe, Dan Camp on the Hurricanes. Definitely Dan Camp on the Hurricanes. And this is triple overtime, technically. So they went into regular overtime when they played a 5-minute overtime point. And then it just goes into whoever wins a one-on-one. Nobody won the first one-on-one, so they went into another one-on-one.
Joe might have lost.
And this is just it right here.
Digs out to the Aztec.
These are the only one-on-ones I think we
Left
saw the
hand,
entire
and
tournament.
Barrett's going to match that.
This
As
is a
he
little
goes to the
long. It's
Aztec
like a
as well,
minute
too.
something, I guess.
And as far as like a one-on-one is concerned, strategically, since there's a big snake,
Again, Hurricane guys
Yeah.
is
The
playing
bunkers are
super
put out
well
to
at this
interesting
tournament.
layout.
Voting for.
Rich, you're not allowed to write rules into this.
I'm actually reading and writing at the same time.
Camp going down low in that Dorito. Try to
I
get-
like them
try to
moving
surprise
around.
Barrett with an angle.
Yeah.
Barrett is going
Camp's
up
kind of
over the
moving
top of that
everywhere, and I really
ledge.
like that idea.
Yeah, two different styles, right? Barrett's the heavy paint, just going to constantly put paint on you. Camp is constantly trying to get lost and sneak a shot.
Yeah,
in
that's
there.
kinda what
So
I'd
two
try to
kind
do
of
is
different
sneak
styles
around.
of one-on-one here. We saw a lot of this in the Hormesis battles when you get the one-on-one guys and they just have a different one-on-one style.
Yeah, so Barrett is fully committed here and also getting a lot closer to that buzzer.
Oh, Barrett got caught in the arm there.
Oh,
Bam.
Barrett getting shot and the pit explodes here for the Hurricanes.
It's so
Looks
cool.
like
It's
Daniel
such a
Camp's going to be
low-scoring
knocking out
match, too.
Infamous,
1-1.
getting the one-on-one
Like,
victory
seriously, it's crazy.
against Joe Barrett. And Barrett hasn't even started to walk back to the pits. He's actually going to take a knee in disappointment and frustration. So the Hurricanes
Pretty great.
going to be moving on to the semifinals, going to be top 4. They're going to play the winner of the Houston Heat Aftermath battle. Which
Having fun. Those are NXL highlights. There's a few in there, a few good ones. You know. NXL highlights. What the hell are you guys talking about? Lowlights. I know. I thought about lowlights. It just sounds like something else. I don't know. It reminds me of like hair stuff. Because technically, you can get lowlights for hair things. Yeah. Harris Hussein's belly flop. Dude, I totally forgot to put Harris's belly flop in there, didn't I? I know he did that. I even remember. I totally forgot to put it in there. Right? I totally forgot. God damn it. Oh well.
Camp just going to go for the
Well,
run. He's shooting on the break.
We'll watch the worst plays right now that I have. There's not too many of them. I have, what's that, 6? 6? I did totally forgot Harris's, like, snake run, trying to walk on the snake beams.
roll right there.
Yep. Dive it.
So this was Paintball Fit playing Uprising, and this was just a very, very inopportune time to get a penalty and try to cheat. I believe this was Devin Stewart. You can see he gets shot right there in the arm as he's sliding to hit the ground. Right there.
Yep. Dive
Bam.
in.
Yeah, you can see this explosion. Bottom side of your screen.
Then you're like, okay, he might not know he's hit right there, right? You're
Yeah,
like,
just a mental
maybe
error.
not. But then he looks straight freaking at it.
Right.
He's just like, yeah, that's a bounce. And then he tries to like, what's this arm doing off there? He's like kind of rub it onto the bunker. We've all been there.
Bad. It
was Stewart.
Should have just stood up and walked out.
And then the ref's like, dog, what are you doing? And gets a penalty. The part that really sucked about that was they actually got the penalty. They lost that point because he got that penalty. This is probably the scariest highlight.
Here it is.
Chris Tregarthen of the Los Angeles Ironman's goggles just
Wow.
blast off his face. He takes a tank to the face.
Here it is. Watch. Yeah, Kyle.
Bang!
Core samples, goggles launch off his face. He immediately goes in.
That's scary. I mean, I'd be scared.
Yeah.
I mean, at least he's behind that big snake beam, so you can like kind of hide. But
Brown, and he's
So here it is. Watch. Yeah, Kyle. Core samples, goggles launch off his face.
my
Immediately
one
goes in.
question though is like, isn't the chin strap supposed to protect him? And I remember looking for his chin strap later on in the tournament, and I noticed I'm pretty sure he didn't have a chin strap on. Obviously, we're not going to really be able to tell from here, but I feel like, I don't know. I feel like if you have a chin strap on, that should help you out a little bit. And then we have Kyle Spica forgetting to shoot someone when he was bunkering them.
And here comes Kyle Spica. Kyle Spica's going to run through.
I don't know what the hell happened
Straight
there.
out. Ooh, with Kirill. He didn't shoot Kirill.
He just
Put
like
one hand
came
out,
around the
left-handed.
bunker and like
And referee's going to give him a check.
tried to
Oh,
shoot him, but like no
Kyle
paint
missed
came
Kirill.
out,
He was
or
in the front bunker, so he went to
I don't know
straight for
what's
the center.
happening
That's a
there.
rough death.
Yeah, and they lost Mouse. And here comes.
Look, he
Kyle
goes straight
Spica.
to it like he knows he's there, 100%. Look at him just pointing his gun right at him.
He's gonna run
And just like,
through. Trade.
what happened?
Ooh, with Kirill, he didn't shoot.
I don't know if his gun didn't work.
Comes Kyle Spica. Kyle Spica's going to run.
Does he
through.
look at his gun? I kind of
Straight
looks
out.
down
Ooh,
really
Kirill,
quick.
He didn't shoot Kirill.
That's
1
weird
minute
though,
left-handed.
right? Like what the hell's going
And
on?
referee's going to
there?
give him a good
This is another not so great point by Justin. Not so great. Not like he had a lot of bad ones, but not a great point by Justin Rabakov here.
It looks like Karslev taking the walk.
No
Oh,
way!
here comes the
No
inside
fucking
route
way,
ran
man.
by
That is
J-Rab.
Bro, how can you call that? He spun on me.
See, isn't it cool having the mics on the field? It's so much better with the mics on the field. But he's like saying how bad he spun on him. And it's like, what are you talking
looks like
about?
Karslev
Like, I
taking
don't
the walk.
think so, dude. Like, where?
No
Oh,
way!
here take the walk.
Like, does J-Rab think he shoots him right there? I mean, he might have, but I mean, come on, that's so, like, fast and instantaneous. I'm not even sure if you can do that. I mean, technically, you can't do that.
Oh, here comes the inside route.
but having the
ran
mics
by
on the
J-Rab.
Bro, how can you call that? He spun on me.
J-Rab having some words for the head ref.
But that's what's crazy, right? You can hear the ref. He's like, throw a minor.
He spun on me.
J-Rab having some words for the head ref. And
Then-
be a penalty assessed.
There's your minor
Big
flag.
mistake there for J-Rab.
And then they lose the point because of
Well, he's saying,
J-Rab.
no, I'm not coming out.
talking
I'm like,
after he
"Yes,
was
sorry,
hit."
it's a penalty.
So it's going to be 2-2.
Yeah.
Tied up with 9 minutes left.
Bam.
Did look
That one was not so great. Then we have Joe Barrett missing a shot. Joe Barrett missing a shot right as the buzzer ended in regulation to
only 29 seconds left, though.
send his
Hard to
team
get
to
through that
overtime.
little Drew to corner.
So we have Joe Barrett. This is regulation 1-1, and they're going to go into overtime if nobody scores.
Too.
Barrett gets through the gap, and he wraps around. He's going to crawl
Joe
up.
Barrett's super
He's
good
going to get
too.
a drop,
It's
I
like
think, but he sees
he's
it. Does he
extremely
trade out?
good.
Just 16
very solid,
seconds
strong
left.
leg
Barrett
player.
launches. Right on the other side.
Smokes that
Barrett
guy.
gets the kill.
But this is the part that I don't
2-pack for
understand.
Joe
Like, see the guy
Barrett
over there
right
in
now,
the
Joe Barrett
Dorito? He's just like
potentially
shooting
win
and
this one. He's
shooting
got
and
8
shooting and
seconds. He's got
shooting
to
and
get in and hit
shooting.
that buzzer. He
The
looks like he's-
Dorito guy. It's like, dude, you gotta shoot the Dorito guy
It's
faster.
the kill. 2-pack
Like,
for
you should see him right there.
Joe Barrett.
And then
right now, Joe Barrett
go in to shoot him, but it takes him
potentially
so
win this one. He's got 8
long to
seconds
shoot that
To get in
guy.
and hit that buzzer, he looks like he's going to commit. He does get clipped out as Ryan Hall dies.
I just
and
didn't
Jonah
like that.
Jamrose
I'm like,
with
man, you
2
gotta shoot that guy. Because look at if he shot that guy first and then got that corner guy, the Dorito guy, faster, Jonah Jamrose right here
Seconds,
would have
he's not
had
gonna have
actually
enough
enough
time.
time. But he didn't.
Look here on the replay. So here
We have Archie. We have Archie fallen. Oh, that's not Archie. That's Danny Schoenhauer. New Dynasty pickup. Played so well. I don't know what happened there.
with a little bit of a bounce.
That wasn't as bad as Harrison's. Harrison tried to like run over it and try to walk on it and kind of plant it. I don't know what he was doing right there.
Look here on the replays. So here comes the
It's almost like he like saw the guy, like he knew that guy was in the snake. And as he's getting closer, he doesn't see him anymore. So I think maybe he tries to stop and then he sees him again and then he tries to like shoot him, but I don't know.
Danny Schoenhauer with a little bit of a bounce up and
Boom.
over the top.
Those are all of them. Those are your best and worst plays from the NXL of games that I watched. So certainly not all of them, and they're certainly not in any type of order. Just the matches that I liked the most. What is everyone talking about? Didn't they use shockers? AC Diesel? Yep, they were using shockers. They've been pretty good though. I mean, they're not like that bad, so I don't know. It was kind of weird. It was odd. 2-Bits, I'm really enjoying the teamwork from Paintball Fit. This is coming from a Houston Heat fan. So do I. Paintball Fit's fun to watch. I actually really enjoyed watching their matches. They absolutely demolished the ML Kings in their first match. They beat the ML Kings 6-0, which is kind of wild to me. Aftermath was doing good on day 2. Aftermath looked really good. I mean, would they get fourth in the whole entire tournament? So every single day they played well. Obviously on Sunday they, could have done a little bit better, but overall, Aftermath looked really good. Some brains. He said his trigger didn't work. Well, it definitely went to shoot that guy and totally missed. We got so much we can talk about. There's just like this long laundry list of things. So I'm just going to keep going. Make sure to like the live stream. You've got to like the live stream. It's mandatory. You can do some super chats, leave a comment on another video, stuff like that. Okay, NXL Vegas, NXL highlights, NXL's worst plays. And then we had the Summit Awards. So if you guys aren't, let's open this up. It's really windy outside. I can hear the wind rustling all the trees around. This is a video of just, some clips from the actual Summit Awards. We'll let this thing play out. This is a bfpgear.com video. Summit Awards. The Summit Awards were held at the Sahara Casino Sunday night. And it was a bunch of awards. We'll go through those awards here in a little bit. It was I think $10. Hey, there's Marvin. It was a $10 entry. To go $10 or $15 to go. Geez, look at Ronnie wearing a freaking suit. I'd show up with a banana costume on. Hey, Ryan, he's got jeans on. He's not supposed to have jeans on. There's Eddie and Brett. I haven't even watched this, so I'm like, oh, look, that person. There's that person. Such a great event. And the main reason I have this is on here is just look how great it looks. I mean, this is so great. I mean, we're so used to paintball. I'm so used to being at paintball fields where everything just kind of doesn't look that great. So it's really cool to see everyone dressed well and in street clothes and, having fun and talking. John Rathbun, having fun and talking outside of the paintball field. I really, really like it. I think it's always really cool when we can gather paintball people together that are gather paintball people together outside of the paintball field. It just looks like so much fun. Look at the big old screen too on there with graphics for the players and stuff, and the awards look really good. You can see Skinny holding that right there. Kevin for I imagine that's him getting Coach of the Year or something. I don't really remember right now. Dave Baines, Junior Brown winning West Coast Store of the Year. Junior, we'll say, is half owner of BFP Gear, the sponsor of this channel and of these live streams. So check out BFP Gear. Where was Dave? Maybe we passed him already. I don't know. Oliver getting something. There's Verbal picking up something. So it was a fantastic event, and I really, really, really kind of wish I was there. But we're going to go over some of the winners. Summit Award winners are right there. I got to go with this window. Okay, look at them all. I mean, there are so many, so we're not going to go over all of them. It'd just be a little intense. Okay. So Summit Awards. So we have the first one. Obviously, you can see right there. You can kind of just read them all. I guess it's not that exciting. I have a little slideshow of some of the people that won. And so this first one, we have the Icon of the Year. So the Icon of the Year, I'm going to kind of think of it as like MVP or like most important player or something like that. And those are the 5 people that we had to choose from or that they picked from. We had Greenspan, Jacob Edwards, Axel Godin, Tyler Harmon, and Marcelo Margot. And then Marcelo ended up winning it, which I think's fair. You know, maybe you could put Jacob in there because Jacob was so instrumental last year to damage winning. But Marcelo or I think Jacob is probably fair. And then we had offensive player. We had Chad Boucher, Chris Shear, Axel Godin, Billy Bernaccia, Ryan Moorhead, and Bridnikov. And in that spot, Chris Shear won. Chris Shear did have a fantastic season last year with Dynasty. Played extremely well on the Dorito side. And it's probably, yeah, he's deserving of all those things. I think that they won more. They definitely won more tournaments than pretty much everyone but Damage. But Chris Shear was probably more impactful, we'll say, than Chad Boucher. Defensive Player of the Year, Marcelo winning another one. Marcelo Margot won that one again. And then we had I'm not going to list all these people anymore. We're going to blast through this. Marcelo won that. And I don't know. I mean, I think I'd probably take Jason Edwards in this category over Marcelo. And then Snake Player of the Year went to Keith Brown. Jason did in that. Why? Jason, they both won it. That's right. They had like a co like ownership or whatever. I forgot about that. Snake Player of the Year ended up going to Keith Brown, which is fair. You know, I'd say either Keith or Axel Godin. Axel played very well last year and continued playing extremely well in Vegas for X Factor. Dorito Player of the Year ended up being Chris Shear again. Chris won that Offensive Player of the Year, and then now he's winning Dorito Player of the Year, which is fair. You know, I'd say that too. And then Flex Player is going to be kind of that all-around player. You know, you get a utility guy in baseball. And that's kind of what we're calling Flex Players in Paintball. And Ryan Greenspan won. Which is, you know, also fair. Breakout Player of the Year. And I think Elliot Weaver won, right? No, Nick Ripple won this one. You know, I don't really know. I think this probably could go to a couple people. I think that Jonah Jamrose, I'd probably put like Elliot Weaver, Jonah Jamrose, and Nick Ripple between those three. And I could see either of those three people winning. But Elliot Weaver and Nick Ripple probably. So cool for Nick Ripple, too, coming over from Germany and standing out in the NXL. So it's really kind of cool. Breakout Team of the Year was New York Extreme. And those are those were the nominees for it. Divisional team, Paintball Fit ended up taking that divisional team. Which is right there. Divisional teams, which makes sense. I mean, honestly, they just won everything. Then Coach of the Year. There are so many things. Yep, there's Kevin Brethauer. Kevin winning the Coach of the Year as well. We can see right there. Too bad it's like white text when I highlight it. Kevin Brethauer winning Coach of the Year, which is fair. It's either going to be him or Joey, really. And then in the WNXL, the Player of the Year was a Jen Folk from the Heroines. And that makes sense. I mean, she's probably the best player over there, I think, right now. So those are like the kind of main categories as well. I mean, you can obviously, there's quite a few more of these. We had New York Extreme as the breakout of the year. Rookie of the Year went to Archie Barnes. He's very good. He's playing extremely well. European Team of the Year was the Tauntauns. But there are so many categories. Referee of the Year. Good job, Alice. I don't know. There's a bunch of media awards. We had Matt the Gym Rat. We've talked about Matt the Gym Rat on here quite a few times as saying that he could probably win this Creator of the Year, but somehow Tyler got it. YouTube Channel of the Year, that's probably fair though. Matt the Gym Rat should probably win that thing. But there are a ton of different things on here. All the industry awards. I know this is really cool. This means a lot to a lot of these companies because a lot of the paintball companies don't get too much recognition. And there we go. West Coast Store, Extreme Paintball. Doesn't say paintball in the end, but Extreme Paintball, SAC Paintball, BFP gear, they're all the same thing. Then we have my local paintball field, Capital Edge won West Coast Field of the Year, which is kind of crazy to me. Mega Park of the Year. I don't know what the difference is. SC Village. There's so many awards, guys. You can go over to Major League Paintball. All this list is over on the Major League Paintball website right now if you want to, like, go through it forever. But those are your Summit Awards, and I really like the Summit Awards. It's something I wish I could have gone to. So, yeah, I'd love it. She has the most YouTube content. I don't know who's she. Keith Brown didn't have any snake moments. I noticed this event. Yeah, I didn't even really get to watch Damage that much. I was kind of like preoccupied Friday and kind of was on and off watching on Saturday, so I don't even remember watching Damage. So there was also that poker thing. I totally didn't watch the that poker thing. Play the Game got Creator of the Year, right? That they did. The Media Awards. Well, it says Creator of the Year. It actually, well, there's two of them. I guess they gave two of them away. They gave an award to Marcelo for PTG, and then they gave a award to Tyler for PTG as well. So they kind of like mixed them up in there. Which, you know, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. They do a great job. I'm not, like, saying they don't do a great job, but I still think that, like, Matt the Gym Rat should probably be, like, Creator of the Year and YouTube Channel of the Year. You know, I'm never going to win any of these things, so it's cool to, I don't know, something. Let's make that smaller. Okay. I'm looking around. Summit Awards. Oh man, did I get the Hall of Icons stuff ready? I did. And then also, there were the Hall of Icons. For the last year, there are so many like Paintball Hall of Fames. There's like multiple Paintball Hall of Fame things, so it's kind of confusing, but the Hall of Icons is also head up by Quinn from Iconic. Quinn was also the guy who kind of helped organize the entire Summit Awards. But here are the winners, or the inductees, I should say, for the 2024 Hall of Icons. We have Angel Fargoza, like legendary snake player from Dynasty. Steve Rabikoff's just a super legend in paintball. Justin Rabikoff's son. Steve Rab's not really involved in paintball much so anymore, though. Rich Telford, you know, he's helped start Excessive, and he's now our announcer on Go Sports and coach of New York Extreme. Nikki Cuba, also just paintball legend. Nikki Cuba played for Infamous, played for Excessive, probably Infamous the most, I want to say. Mike Paxson, long time Los Angeles Ironman, is currently helping out with coaching the Ironman, married to B. Paxson. He's paintball lifer. Brian Benini made the Push video, one of the best paintball videos ever freaking made. Billy Wing, just another Ironman legend, currently working for Dye and is kind of helping up lead some of their R&D stuff. Billy, I see a super chat from someone. Oh, you're freaking awesome. Billy Gardner from Smart Parts fame. Some people probably hate him and love him, but he's very instrumental in paintball. Rest in peace, Bobby Aviles. Bobcat right there, standing in that Aftermath jersey. Yeah. Leads, Anthony Ledbetter, one of the owners of Planet Eclipse, hence the Great Britain shirt. So those are probably all very good inductees. They all kind of make sense. The Hall of Icons. Crickets Kid with $20, dude. Thank you so much. Without your guys' support, none of this would be possible. Huge shout out to Paintball ruined my life for the dopest headbands at an affordable price in the game. Well, thank you. They're affordable. They're like a quarter of the price of some of the other ones out there. I wish I could comment on the his hoodies, but my wife stole it as soon as it came in. Maybe that speaks for her. Maybe that speaks for itself. Or she's just a thief. Oh, yeah. Derek Rose. That $10, sir. Thank you. Yep. Oh yeah, almost forgot to grab my super cool headband. Be right back. Always wear it when I'm watching. Really, that's funny. I know some people like that. There's a couple of those people. Eric Burke says, I miss Dirter. Yeah, it would be cool to have, like, you know, I'd like to see some cool long form content in Paintball. Unfortunately, though, like, this is the world we live in today. There's just not enough money in it. You know, no one would watch them. There's just so much, like, money in, like, short form stuff. Like, no one watches really long things anymore. David, hey Brad, serious question. All right. Do you make better margin? Do you make a better margin when we donate to your chat or buy gear off Paintball Ruin My Life? It's honestly probably about the same. It's probably not that much different, really. Yeah. It's probably not all that much different. I mean, I don't know. I think that people, you know, I obviously appreciate both ways, but, you know, I like it when people buy stuff, buy merch and stuff, because it's actually getting something, you know, so. But it really is probably about the same. I don't have anything for like $1 or $3. I do have, well, I guess it totally depends on what you buy. If you buy like headbands and barrel covers, do I have a zit or like an ingrown hair or something on my arm? It depends on what you buy. Yeah, if you're buying like headbands or barrel covers, those I make good money on because I got those manufactured. I don't make like, you buy a hat or like a t-shirt and a hoodie. I don't make any money on those. I make like 10%. That's crazy. Maybe like 12 to 15% or something like that. And we'll just do that right now. After we answer Kenneth Wilcox with $5. There it goes. It was taking forever there. The stands in the VP sold out at Vegas. You know, I was kind of wondering. I'm like, they really need to do more grandstands. I mean, they had that whole side open that had like the Dynasty stuff over there. And I was like, man, they really need to put like doubled grandstands on each side. The stands in the VIP sold out at Vegas. So we had to watch the pro field on Go Sports while at the event. Not thrilled about Atlantic City either. Yeah, I just saw that they like announced Atlantic City. I don't know. I don't really care. I'm not going. I've never been to Atlantic City. I know that I think people complained about the last one, but I don't really know. Like, why do you not like Atlantic City? Other than it's like Atlantic City and it's just like not cool. Is there any reason like why we shouldn't like it? Like, why is it bad? I think it's kind of cool for a lot of the East Coast teams because you can drive and you can get there kind of easy. You know, everyone just hates on New Jersey because it's cool to do. So, I've never been in New Jersey, so I don't know. Ben says, I was there last year, hard pass. Watching from Iran. Nima, I don't know how to say that, dude. I appreciate you, dude. Yeah, we've chitter-chatted before. It's 3:30 a.m. What are my thoughts on AC Diesel? Well, I find it just insane. I mean, they've obviously kind of gone through a bit of a restructuring this year. I mean, they lost J-Rab. They lost Alex Rodriguez earlier in the year. And they got dead last in Vegas. Like, dead last. That means currently AC Diesel is the worst pro team. Which is a little surprising, I mean, they were supposed to be like the new team to beat this year and, well, last year. They did poorly last year and even worse this year. So it's just kind of like shocking to me how bad they are. They have very good players. I think the teams that do the best are the teams that are like a real team. Like they're like all friends and they're all like doing it together in a way. It's why I think we see Dynasty do so well. It's why like Heat and Damage are really good. It's the reason that some of these new teams are coming up, like the Hurricanes and like Notorious, because they're kind of just like friends in a team and they're all on the same page. Whereas I think some of these teams, like like AC Diesel, it's just kind of like a mash of people. They've certainly played together before, you've had, Kyle Spica and Alice Goldman. They've been on teams before, so it's not like they're totally random dudes, but kinda, right? They're not a team like we're seeing with other people's teams. I don't know. We'll for sure find out. Kenneth Wilcox, there you go. They have it in an abandoned airfield, that's right. And it's during peak Jersey Beach season where prices are insane. Yeah, that's fair too. I remember like we went to, it's the same way with like NXL Vegas. We went to, I think like 2018 or 2017 Vegas was like the same weekend March Madness started. And it was just crazy in Vegas. It was like everything was so expensive. Oh, I also thought NXL bought the land in Philly to have the event. That's right, didn't they? I don't really remember, but I do remember hearing that. Huh. Shit, the Street Fighter did better than Diesel. I was kind of surprised how bad the Street Fighters did. You guys didn't do so well. Kind of shocked. I think that, I don't even know. I haven't really talked to anybody about the tournament, but I'm going to assume that Street Fighter guys just didn't shoot enough. Sunbrain says J-Rab dumped on Diesel's problems on PTG. I saw that he was on a couple days ago. Maybe I'll give that a listen. We'll see what it goes. Let me ask you another one. We had only 2 different winners last year. Do you think we will have more this year? That's a good question too. But did we only have 2? Weren't there? Who won all the tournaments last year? My memory is so bad. It's like ridiculous, guys. Hurrah! I don't like the way this works. What happened here? It's like all weird looking. Did Dynasty and Damage really? I know that they both won 2, but did they win? Did Dynasty win 3 tournaments last year? Oh, that's right. Okay, they won the first 2. I don't know. I think that right now the league is almost as competitive as it's been in a very long time. I mean, I don't think that we've had this many teams. So this is the standings, 2024 standings. Ben, with that super chat, we're going back. Enough softball paintball questions, Brad. If you had to pick one for a night, a mermaid or reverse mermaid? I get it. I was like, reverse mermaid? I was thinking about an inside-out mermaid. I'm like, what? I got you. Hold on. Let me talk. I want to think about this real fast. Then we'll talk about mermaids. You know, I don't know. Because you think about these teams, like AC Diesel should be good. Extreme should be better than that. Aftershock should be better. Damage should be better. That's the Ironman. The Ironman, damage should be better. But then we add all these newer teams, right? Like, the Hurricanes haven't done this well. Aftermath hasn't done this well. So I don't know. I think that the league is very, very good right now, and there are a lot of good teams. I think that Paintball Fit should be extremely happy with the way they played. And I'd also be happy if I was Blast Camp. So I don't know. I mean, we very well could see teams that have really never even won a tournament win this year. That's what I would like to see. Man, I was rooting for the Hurricanes. They went up 3-0, and I was like, holy shit. Didn't happen, though. Okay. Are we going to take a mermaid? A top mermaid. So it's like human and fish below, or human and fish up top. But it's only for one night. Jesus Christ. I don't know. I mean, you know, I think that, like, you know, we're like, okay. So I'm like, okay, traditional mermaid. So, you know, I could be a mermaid right now. You would have no idea. You know, I could have, like, you know, like, I'd have to like walk around a little weird, you know, but, man. So, you know, I was thinking about how to, like, articulate this. Okay. So top mermaid, you think it's only for one night. I think if you were to marry a mermaid, would it be like, you know, regular or reverse? I would go with regular, you know, because, like, you got to think that, like, if you're going to marry a regular mermaid, I mean, what are you going to have? Like, you got to think that, like, great, she's got legs, you know, she's got an ass, and, you know, her pussy probably still works, but, like, she's a goddamn fish on the top. So what are you doing here? You know, like, are you going to have sex with a fish? I mean, you know, she's got legs, but then you're, like, looking at a fish? Like, the top half's a fish? I don't know. That's gross. That's wacky to me. You know, so marriage, I'm going for regular mermaid, because, like, you know, she's got hands, and, you know, she can talk, and I can look at her. I'm not looking at a fish. So, like, marriage for sure top. But I think even for one night, we're going top. I mean, I gotta have a regular mermaid. I don't want a fish. It's too fishy. Like, you gotta think about, like, who she's laying in bed, and she's like, but her eyes are on the side of her head, and like, how does that work? You know, because fish are, like, flat, but she's kind of like dolphin. I don't know, dude. I'm not liking it. I think I might have to go regular mermaid. I mean, there's a reason they're regular mermaids. There's a reason why they're not, like, top fish and, like, bottom legs. Whatever. Yep. You can hear the sirens call. For sure. I mean, yeah. That's it. Ben, $2. You've chosen correctly. Yeah, for sure. I mean, what are you getting out of just the lower half? It's just legs. I don't know. Who knows? Short, are you going to be Kanye West? Are you going to be Kanye West and South Park? I don't understand that at all. Who knows? What else do we got to talk about? I spent so much time today, like, gathering things up. We only have one more thing I have to do. We're going to do two more things. This is vital. This is a vital part of this YouTube channel. So, for anybody new, or whatever, maybe you just like to hear me jibber jabber, I do have a Patreon. Patreon's one of the 400 ways that we make this whole channel happen. There are 3 different tiers. The supporter tier is just, you know, if you're really cheap and poor, like myself, you could give $1. There's this silver category. For $5, it's going to give you early access to videos. Like right now, you can go over there and watch the paintballs that we're going to save paintball. Long edit, exclusive. So this video is not up on YouTube yet. There will be a version of this. It's about 10 minutes long on YouTube, but there's a longer version of it with some extra stuff in it. You can go over and watch on Patreon right now if you are a silver or a gold tier member, and there's going to be no ads in any of those videos. The exclusive stuff's kind of like this. You know, it's exclusive because it's a little bit longer, edited specifically for Patreon. And then we also do a monthly giveaway that we're going to do right now that is taking place on the 3rd Thursday. Is it really the 3rd Thursday? Oh, I guess it was the 1st, huh? The 3rd Thursday of the month. And we're going to give away any loader you want. So if you ever want to take part in any of these giveaways, you definitely have to be in this gold tier over on Patreon. And you know, my real goal in this is obviously once we get more people, we're at a whole $180 a month now. I really want to be able to give away high-end things. Like, my dream would be that we get this to thousands of dollars, like $3,000 a month or $2,000 a month or something, and I'm able to give away guns. That's really, really what I want to do. So if you want to help me get there, go check out Patreon. But we're going to do a giveaway right now. We're going to give away not all of these hoppers, but some of the hoppers, one of them. So I also have a video coming out about hoppers, right? I'm gonna kind of investigate the Halo, and I'm curious why all these new teams are using the Halos. So we're gonna kind of compare modern hoppers to the Halo. And all the paintball companies were gracious enough to send me a lot of hoppers. So we have Aspire 5, we have a Sonic from HK, we have the Die Rotor R2, there's a TFX 3, and those are all of them. I still gotta buy some hoppers for that, but yeah, I just wanted to thank some of these companies, a lot of the companies, really. Almost all the paintball companies that are making hoppers for, you know, supplying hoppers for videos coming out. And I bring that up because hoppers are what we're giving away. So you can choose whoever wins said raffle, said drawing, raffle? Whoever wins, whoever's the first name on there once we spin it up, can choose whichever hopper they want. So literally anything. I mean, not anything. I can't get you like a Magna or like a Pulse or anything crazy. But any current hopper, literally in any other color. So I'll just email whoever's the winner, and then we'll figure out what hopper you want. You know, you can get anything. You could be like, I just want a Halo 2, or you could be like, I want an R2. Whatever you want, we're going to do it. So whoever, we're going to spin this thing up, and whoever is on the top there, not on the top, I should say, on the right-hand side where that arrow is going to win this thing. Let's spin it. Oh, Matt, are you going to win? Matthew Laughing. You have won yourself a hopper of choice. And I will email you, Matt, and we will get your information and then I'll send you whatever hopper you want. And you can see right on there, guys, your odds are not that bad. You know, you got to think that Matt has not spent As long as we've been doing Patreon, you know, he like made money signing up for Patreon. So Matt, thank you. All you guys who were on that Patreon, thank you so very much. All your names are on there, and it's very, very much appreciated. So go check out Patreon, guys. That was the giveaway. I'm going to put these hoppers back over there real fast. I also forgot the smoke machine. Here it comes. Tyler, I'll be signing up. I mean, it's only $10. I know that there's obviously a lot of subscription things that everybody's got nowadays, and I hear you, dude. But this is way better than anything else. Oh, Kickster Kid, something. I don't know how to pronounce that. You owe a $5 super chat again, dude. I thank you so much. MKF, what the heck's that mean? Oh, Mary Fuck Kill. I'm like, motherfucker, Keon? Reverse Mermaid, Pearl, Mr. Crab's daughter. I don't know who any of those people are, unfortunately. I don't know who the heck Pearl is, or Miss Puff. Mr. Crab's daughter. From SpongeBob. That's why I don't know about it. I don't know anything about SpongeBob. I am not your guy. I appreciate it, though. If we weren't doing a live stream, I'd actually look, but now I gotta, like... Now I have to read and look into it, so... But I thank you, you know, thanks. Says something about the JT Revolution. JT Triad when? I don't know. I mean, we're... Fuck, dude. I don't know. I was going to say we're supposed to see it in late March, but we've been told that before. We got told that a year ago. So I don't know. Who knows? It's kind of disappointing because I actually liked the Triad. You know, I've held the Triad a couple times. It feels really well made. It's certainly the best quality hopper that's ever come out of GI or Empire or JT or whatever. It's certainly the best hopper they've ever made. I really like the size. I like how it comes apart. I don't know. I think it feeds fast. So it's probably going to feed a little bit faster than something else. I don't know. I really like it, so hopefully someday. How fast Spire 5 load? I mean, you could probably get like 16 balls a second out of the thing, somewhere in there. Maybe like 15, I don't know, somewhere around there. Adrenaline, I saw a video of the fixed Triad shooting almost upside down. Huh. I mean, I guess it could. You could probably get like, but how's it getting other, I don't know, I'm actually thinking of it like upside down working. It's force fed. I mean, it looks force fed. It's using like that magnetic clutch system and stuff. So I guess, yeah, it is force fed. It's going to be interesting. I mean, I want to see it. I mean, we have a lot of good hoppers right now. So I think adding another one to the mix is probably not bad. Dana Sweet. Have you seen a Bunker Kings? Have you seen the Bunker Kings have come out with the new Control 2 loader? It has what they are calling turbo mode. And the spire inside is flat. I've not actually seen it. I know a bunch of info. We talked about it a little bit earlier. I have information, but I've not actually seen it yet. I have written down new loading system, different than spire. That's not all I know. I didn't hear about the turbo mode, though. Ooh, a wasp board. Shit. Making me feel old. I have a wasp board. I have it holds 220 plus. It's no longer using magnets. They changed the button. It's got no level indicator. They're using eyes. Should be out in a month. And it's $225. That's about all I know. Dang, I'm surprised I blasted through all that content so fast. I had so much stuff. You guys, doing those highlights and putting all that together takes like so long. You have to like go and scrub through all the games. It takes forever. You used to do interviews on your channel. Have you thought about doing it again? I don't know. I've never really done interviews, as you say I have. I've done 2. We went to Field 1, like before the Force came out. We went to Field 1 and did like a thing there. And then there was a Matt Wakaitis interview. Matt Wakaitis was going to start a new paintball league and did like an interview with him. Just those 2. I would like to, I have thought about having people come on the live stream for like 30 minutes and talk and hang out. And that'll probably happen. Oh, I guess that's true. Tyler said, you have had guests. That's true. I mean, very seldom though. I think that Marvin came on a live stream like 5 years ago. And then we did a live stream from the paintball store. Extreme Paintball. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I just find them kind of boring. You know, that's kind of why I haven't gotten one. Haven't done it. Brad G, I remember when 20 plus boss was a big marketing craze. Nowadays, 20 BPS doesn't mean a damn thing. That's very true. It's true. One of the things I want to try to test though is like how quicker these hoppers feed. I mean, one of the problems with like some of the hoppers is they're not as like responsive, you know, like this Halo 2 is probably not going to be as responsive as some of the other hoppers. I know that, but that's kind of what I want to test. I want to test to see how like quickly these hoppers can actually get up to shooting that 10.5 balls per second, to see if they're like instantaneous, or if, you know, maybe the rotor or even that Halo 2 are able to feed a little bit quicker than say the Spire or TFX or whatever. So we can try that out. The M2 and the Spire hopper. Yep. Maybe that's a previous comment. Dude, I moved from the Mini GS to a Die M2 Moss Air with an M3 board. I'm getting so fed up just being a target on the field. My friends bought me the M2 and Aspire. We'll have fun. I mean, I think you could go mess stuff up with the Mini too. I like the Mini. The Mini's great. I don't know. Would I rather have a Mini or an M2? Would you guys rather have a Mini GS or a Die M2? Shit. Would you rather have a Mini GS or an M3 Plus? Let me know in a comment. Let me know in the chat. Zorro Stunts. Let's go. Mini GSs. Where are my Mini GS guys at? The Mini GS failed in the moment it was slow with Diagon. I'm looking for an Empire GS for my daughter to start playing. Dude, the Mini GS are freaking awesome. I mean, I love the things. They're like $300 brand new, and they really do shoot well. But yeah, it's going to get kind of weird in the cold. But I also think the Diagon's probably going to have some problems in the cold. So this is a local paintball store. This paintball store actually won Store of the Year on the West Coast, kind of this one, as well as another one. But they're currently looking for employees. So if you want to work at a paintball store, you know, one of the best paintball stores in the world, Sac Paintball here in Sacramento are hiring. And I know they're looking for kind of like sales positions, right? So you're kind of going to do everything. You have to talk to customers and tell people how stuff work. And, you know, right there it says clean up the store and keep stuff stock. And, you know, you got to do all that typical retail stuff. You do have to be 18 years of age because there's a sexual component that goes along with it. You got to be available on weekends, you know. So if you want to work at a paintball store, I would highly, highly, highly suggest contacting Sac Paintball. Maybe go over to their Instagram, and there's instructions on what to do right there. Or if you have like a friend, or some of you guys are old like me, and maybe you have a kid that just turned 18. Damn, if I had an 18-year-old, I'd be losing my goddamn mind. Whew. Schwartz, that $9.99 super chat. Thanks for another good live, Brad. You got it. Thank you for the live streams. Super chats. I was like, live streams. M3 Plus just because of the ergonomics. Yeah, I hear you on that. I mean, a mini GS is like, you're like, it's like they're so small. They're just teeny weeny. The M2 has been shooting like a champ, shoots the tournament paint just fine in the cold. Still like the mini GS, just needs a new solenoid. That's what's cool about the GS though, the solenoids, the minis and the axes and stuff. The solenoids are so cheap that you can just like buy a new solenoid. They're real cheap. You don't have to spend like $200 on it like you would I don't know, with the die guns. Can we close that window? We should leave it open. There's that again. Yeah, this weekend I'm gonna try to go. Oh, we're doing that hopper video. Yeah. I want to test almost all the hoppers, so I have to get. Let's read that Halo 2 test. I'm gonna test out the Halo 2. The R2, Spire 5, hiccups, Spire 5, Sonic TFX3, the GT Revolution, the IR2, an LTR, and a Control. So my test, I want to see which hopper is the fastest to 10 balls a second. So like obviously they all can shoot 10 balls a second, but do they instantly feed 10 balls a second? Or is it like, you know, the first quarter of a second is like 8 balls and then it gets to 10 balls? So is there going to be a difference like over 2 whole seconds, like shooting? Is there going to be a difference between any of these hoppers? And can they all sustain 10.5? So I want to shoot 10.5 and consistent. We'll probably unload a hopper in each one of these and see which one's faster, or see if there's any difference. Uncapped ramp, so we're going to see which one actually feeds the fastest. And then, you know, check actually, we'll actually check how much they weigh and all that stuff. Yep. Tyler, you still ride bikes? Not really. I haven't ridden in like a year. I really want to. I am this summer though, for sure. I've kind of been waiting for it to get a little bit warmer. Adrenaline, I was at the summit and some of the new tanks are really short. New tanks. Yeah, I didn't see any stuff from the summit thing. I was like kind of looking around and then I was like, yeah, whatever. Companies have new tanks. Huh. I wonder, aren't there only like a handful of tank manufacturers in the first place? There's only like 3 of them I think we use. My Prophecy Z2 cranks the balls out. For sure. I liked my Z2. I was very happy with my Z2. That's kind of why I'm interested about the Triad. I liked the Z2. I kind of didn't dislike the Magna. And those are the two hoppers that the JT Triad is pretty much based off of. So, yeah, we know it's probably going to feed well. It's not like a whole like crazy revolutionary design. X-Ball Podcast. Formula One question. Who do you think will drive for Mercedes in 2025? I don't know. That one kid did really good. Beerman or whatever. I mean, he doesn't drive a Mercedes, but he was on one of the Red Bull teams. See, I don't know any of the up and coming people at all. Plus, I don't really know that much about F1. Who knows? I mean, it's going to be really interesting seeing Lewis in a Ferrari, though. It's so confusing. You know, F1's such a, like, Formula One's such a crazy thing because it's, like, I don't know if the drivers are any good. Like, I don't know if, like Lance Stroll, like, I don't know if he's better than Max Verstappen, or if Max is better, or if Lance is better. I don't know. I really have no idea. There's really no way to tell. Like, just watching the race, it's like, I don't know who's better, you know, because it's so car dictated. You know, it's like when Bottas was in a Mercedes, he got like second place every goddamn race. And then now he goes and races for, I don't even know what car he's in now, but he goes and races for whoever, and now he's in last. So it's like, is he good or not? Like, I don't know. It's just like the car. You either get a good car or you don't. And that's kind of all what it comes down to. Because it's like the difference between these drivers is like nothing. You know, like, there's like this much better. But, you know, the car is this much better. It's like, I don't know. It's so hard. It's like, I can't tell. I don't know what the hell's going on. So, yeah. It's real confusing. We had an issue with a smoke-colored Spire 5. The ref thought it was calling it smoke Spire 5. Really? They had to have a meeting about it in Vegas to allow it. What's the issue with see-through loaders? I haven't even seen a smoke Spire 5. Really? Or have I? I just don't... The whole hopper was transparent? You sure? I mean, the main reason I didn't like clear hoppers is because it makes it a little bit harder to referee. It's like they don't like numbers on or like stickers on hoppers either, just because it makes it a little bit harder to look at. The lid is what they call smoke? That's fucking crazy. Yeah, I mean, the main reason they didn't want clear hoppers and stuff is because it's just hard to look at, right? When you're looking across the field, you're like, it's just kind of hard to see what you're looking at because there's like, you know, there's light coming through it and there's paint on the inside of the hopper and it's just kind of difficult to see. That's insane that they had a meeting about the lid. That's wild. Huh. I mean, that seems overkill. Like, what do they care about the windows? Because, you know, it's got the little windows on the side, too. Where do I have a Spire at? There's one around here somewhere. Well, we got a couple of them. So this is the gold one. But it's like, do they care about those windows, too? It's like, I've never heard of them caring about that stuff, right? Because it's like, yeah, those are clear windows on there. Technically, it's like the lid is clear. I've never heard about them even saying anything. Huh. Because the Spire, you know, they've had those clear windows, a smoke window on the side forever. So, huh. That's no good. That's kind of weird. The ref wouldn't let it on the field, calling it clear. But it is smoke. He made them take off the field. That's fucking crazy. Like, even if it's clear, it's such like a small portion of the hopper that it shouldn't really matter. Because, like, every single spire is clear. I mean, every single spire, 3, 4, and 5, they all have those clear windows. Clear, you know, they're like smoke or tinted or colored or whatever. Interesting. That seems to me like a bad ref. That's what I would say. It's kind of odd. Broken. Man. Weird. I don't get it. I don't know. I think they meant the shells, but there are no, like, the spires don't even, they've never made like a clear hopper or anything transparent. It's all like opaque and you can't see it through it at all. I don't know. Who knows? All right, what else we can talk about? We have, yeah, I don't know. That's about all. I literally ran through everything, crazily enough. I didn't think I was going to do it. Why'd I close that? I'm having all kinds of problems right now. Boop. Schwartz, what's for dinner? I don't know. I'm actually supposed to be over at a friend's house at 6 p.m. So I'm probably gonna leave at. I'm probably gonna leave anytime now, but it's only like 5 minutes away. So I got, you know, I don't have to be there like super fast. I don't know. I don't know what the heck we're gonna eat. Derek Rose. So there are certain O-rings. So, there are certain O-ring, the Buna ones you can't use with CO2. You can. You can. Most of the tank O-rings, though, are going to be urethane. So, like, yeah, you know, the clear O-rings are urethane, but you can use Buna, too. I probably have some on my tank. Look, I've even got one on my tank. So that top one right there, stupid face tracking. That top one right there is a clear O-ring. That is a urethane O-ring. And then the bottom O-ring right there, that's just a regular Buna O-ring. The urethane ones are, even if they're the same durometer, so even if they're like the same hardness, the urethane O-rings are a little bit, I don't want to say harder, but I feel like they're a little bit more resilient. So they're not as like prone to chipping. Because one of the things that can happen with the Buna O-rings is they can get chips out of them. And I feel like the urethane, it just wears better. So that's one of the reasons that they're putting urethane there, is because it doesn't like wear out as fast. Tank O-rings. I need some tank O-rings. A Tinder date? Nope, definitely not. Yeah, I don't know. Old Soul, they like to freeze in the CO2. The Bunas are a little. The Bunas, yeah, I don't know actually. I don't know actually with CO2. I mean, it would make sense that the Buna ones have a little bit more problem with CO2. But they'll all work, so it's not like a crazy situation. This thing, I don't know about this tank. I really like these rigs, aren't bad. I really want a black tank though. Some company sent me this. Some company in China sent me this. It's like an 86 or something. But I'm kind of scared to use it because it's like from some shady company that like doesn't really make paintball stuff. But that label right there is the exact same label as the First Strike bottles. So I assume it's the same manufacturer that makes the actual bottles for First Strike. And I'd really like to use this tank. You can kind of see how it's a little bit flatter at the back too. It's not as rounded as that HK bottle is. Mainly because it's, you know, I think it's the same First Strike people. It's made by this company called Fitba or Fitub or Fitbee or something like that. Everything looks normal. Like this looks like, you know, like a GI reg or something. But it's a little bit scary, and I kind of don't want to use it. I'll get it hydro tested. That's probably a good idea, Eduardo. That's probably a really good idea. Yeah, the reg's definitely like some random ass company or just some cheap shit reg. But there was some like somebody put something out recently about some company from China that was sending stuff to people, like random paintball people, and I guess somebody did some sort of inspection on it, and they said they didn't like it. I should have probably looked into that more. I didn't. But I really just like this solid black bottle. It just looks really cool. And hydro testing is actually a really good idea to like actually test it to see if it's good. But it has all the right certificates and stuff, but it's like, you know, I don't know. I don't trust any of that stuff. I mean, they just, in China, they like lawless, you know, they don't follow any of the like safety things. They just put whatever they want on shit. But it's the same exact label as First Strike, so I don't know. Tyler, who would you recommend for anodizing? You know, I don't really know. I don't think I have like a we're gonna smoke it a little bit. I don't know. There's so many anodizing companies, and I personally have never even had anything anodized. I've never done any custom anodization. So I don't know. I mean, like Blizzard's really good. Arc anodizing's really good. Dude, I don't know. There's quite a few good anodizing companies out there. As long as they're, you know, popular and bigger name brand, they have like recognition, I'd be fine sending guns to any of them, really. So that's sort of advice. That's sort of answer. Arc anodizing, there's Caustic Customs, there's... I'm trying to think of ano people. I bought an Adrenaline Lux. You know, I'm probably going to buy one of those too, I think. They're so expensive, and I'm poor, so it's like, you know, it's a lot of goddamn money, so... Bought a Quick Ship with no cool color. Pooty, there's another one. I actually have a friend that just sent a gun to Pooty. Pooty Tang. Pooty Tang. Anyone ever watched the movie Pooty Tang? Pooty Tang, so good. It's a very good movie. You all should go watch Pooty Tang. That's your homework assignment. Pooty Tang. There's a lot of good people in Pooty Tang. Listen to the cast of Pooty Tang. Chris Rock, Wanda Sykes, JB Smooth, Robert Vaughn, David Cross. Fantastic cast. Pooty Tang. Great movie. All right, guys, I gotta go. I don't want to be late. 20 plus years ago, probably like 1997, 2001. I was gonna go with 98 or something like that. 2001, Pootie Tang came out. Whoa, Louis C.K. wrote and directed it. Interesting. I would have never guessed that. Huh. Louis C.K. made that movie. Huh. It's good to know. Okay. Pootie Tang. Pootie Tang's a good movie when that movie came out, I was like 17, 16 or whatever, so it was like perfect time for it to come out. Okay, guys, make sure to like the live stream. Maybe check out the Ruined Clips channel and whatever. I'll see you again, though. And I think Monday or Tuesday of this coming week, there will be a video on the main YouTube channel. This one right here. So make sure to watch that. Give it a like. Tell your friends. Maybe force your parents to watch it. I don't know. All right, guys. I'm out of here.